in the week. But I'm 8 East Macklemore, where on this Sunday, if your church to have here at the most, this Sunday we plan to go down in prayer and pray for the country and pray for folk who are going through at this particular time. As I've shared with you, and some have probably asked, why are you in you already? And I'm because if I'm getting ready to do this TV thing from here, I'm going to need all of the megabytes and hertz, all the other things that I need from right here. Um, I need, I do radio and TV, and I talk all day as a form of business, and about twice a year. And because some of the medication that I take also, um, sometimes I cough, but I'm fine. I was at my doctor's on what day? Friday. I was with my doctor Friday, so I'm fine. I just got a cough, and I don't rest. That's my biggest thing is I'm not getting the proper amount of rest that you're supposed to have when you're 60 some years old. But I'm holding on to God's unchanging hand. Let me go back to where I was going. I do not. It is about to change lifestyles, and for some, it has already changed lifestyles. Um, let me tell you something on Instagram because you're about to get on my goddamn nerves. I don't need you to tell me what YouTube and why are you concerned about YouTube messing up if you over here. Just watch the program right here. Okay? Damn, I mean uh then I don't need you to tell me. If you're here, just shut the fuck up and stay here. Damn. Okay? That's bothersome that you come from YouTube, you come over here. Jobs are closed. All the casinos are closed. Southland Greyhound Park closed this morning. All of the Malco theaters have closed. The communities, all of them here in the city of Memphis. Our children will not go back to school until you. It's my thought, and I'm not sure on this, and I haven't spoken with anyone on this, that this school year will go into the summer time. Summer, if there are, I think that's as far as the panic mode is manufactured. Yes, I believe that there is a strand of the virus, but are we in such a mode that economically our is it as bad as we are being led to believe? Or is it politics? Politics? How politics that is? No one's concerned about the election right now. No one's concerned about who's the next president going to be. And here's what Donald Trump did today. Job, right? $1,000. Every American, $1,000. Hmm. Okay, Colonel, shit I want to say on my motherfucking page. You don't like it? Well, you ain't got to worry about it because your ass is gone. $1,000. Now, the question becomes, how many votes will he buy in the black community for that $1,000? How many of you will, oh, Mr. Mr. Trump, he's a good man, he's a good man. I said some bad things about Mr. Trump, yes I did. Because I heard them other Negroes said it. But he gave me $1,000. I'm gonna vote for Donald Trump. Okay. There are people that will vote for Donald Trump just because of $1,000. Some say it may be more than 1,000, but at least $1,000. When we look at going of this pandemic, we'll come in here and say, well, Mr. Trump, the mayor of the city made a declaration of emergency here. And what that does, it opens up for the city emergency money from the government. Is Facebook all right?
It's freezing.
Okay. Call Heidi now until I need this shit fixed tomorrow. Okay. I can't have no. I can't have this shit. Okay. Let her. If they wanted in my business, yeah, because I could have went to somebody else. The biggest mega hurt they get. Okay. Of you who are having some issues, ain't nothing I can do about it right now. A issue, graduations. You know what I'm saying? You know how y'all at the graduations. Um, up the doors to benefit. Who's it going to benefit? If the time where you have to stay in the house for a week or 2 weeks, who can do it? I couldn't do it. I can't do it. I could not be contained in my house for 2 or 3 weeks. Feel as though I am in prison. I'm in jail. I could not weeks and not go no because I'm constantly on the me because I'd be somewhere. If it wasn't nowhere but here, I'd be somewhere. Could you, as an individual, you stay in the house? I'm hearing someone say that, and I hadn't checked it, that Kevin Durant, the basketball player, has the coronas. Okay? These guys travel a lot. They're around a lot of people. Here in Shelby County, we only have 3. And the third person that they have now is not from Shelby County. Okay. So we close the schools. We close schools up. It's mind blowing. And then I look at the other factor. You take the kids out of school. What are our kids going to do? The library is closed. Yeah, the community centers are closed. You can't go to the movies. What do you think our children are going to get into? Because they're not going to stay in the house. Okay, your children are not going to stay at home and be good. Mommy gone. Y'all stay here and y'all be good, okay? Okay, mommy. And as soon as you turn that corner, you out behind them. So, what are we doing? What are we doing? How important is this information that you're getting from various sources. How important is it? Have you stopped and planned your life around all of the madness that is going on in this country? Let me get rid of, I'm gonna open up the phone lines early on tonight. 901-231-9239. 901-231-9239. And if you are a person that has lost your job because of the virus, I'd like to hear from you. I'd like to hear what's your plan. What is it that you're going to do? Will you have enough to pay your mortgage? Is the company that you're working for going to keep on paying you? And let's just be honest, when these companies lose, don't pay nobody. But to cut it out. Turn it up. Go ahead.
Good evening, sir. I just wanted to say that I hope that they don't close down the daycares because my daughter's daycares, they're taking all the precautions they need because my job is not closing down. You know,
What type of job do you have?
I work in a warehouse. I work at in a warehouse and distribution center. We're passing orders for people, you know.
So,
And I'm pregnant right now too, so I can't afford to send her somewhere else and pay somebody. I have to have her in daycare. And if they close it, then would have, because I'm not the only mother, you know, pregnant or, you know, who has kids. And if they close down daycare, what are we supposed to do?
okay.
And I don't have any, you know, I don't have a support system like that, you know. That's,
Your ass,
huh?
your ass was not the first ass he done tapped. Yeah,
Yes.
yeah. You got
I guess you could
he
say that was my first love, and you know.
and he
I did
and he
choose it,
fucked
but,
you. He
you know.
fucked you up mentally, and he fucked you. He just fucked you. You just you just got fucked, baby. You got fucked, but you don't allow anybody to whoop your ass.
I don't take that as anyway. I always take in criticism like that because.
You got any uncles? You have uncles?
I have male figures in my life. Yes.
Your only child.
No, I'm not. I have an older brother.
Did you go to your older brother?
Oh, my older brother did whoop his ass a couple times. Oh, absolutely.
So your brother whooped his ass a couple of times, and you stayed with it.
Yes,
You real stupid.
I
Yeah,
chose to stay with
yeah. You chose to stay with him. That means you chose to be stupid.
Yep. I can say that.
So,
But I'm not doing that no more.
Yeah.
I'm choosing myself and I'm choosing my children. That's what I'm doing now. I'm talking about what I did. I'm talking about what I'm doing now.
hey, you're 24 years
I don't
old.
know that.
If you had been
That's not. If I didn't have my daughter, I wouldn't be where I'm at.
Wait a minute. So, wait a minute. You are stupid for getting pregnant. Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are. Hell, you getting your motherfucking ass tore up, and you go and marry a man that is already abusive to you. That's stupid.
I was not getting tore up. There's a lot of women who may have been.
I ain't talking about a lot of women. There's a lot of stupid ass women. Even right now, your ass trying to find a damn excuse.
Okay, so you telling me that no mother, no woman has ever made a bad decision. But I chose to get out of that situation and continue to raise my kids.
This your sucking baby. By the same man that was abusing you with the first baby. With the first child.
Yes, I see the shit together.
Well, get your mother.
Get toe up. That's the thing though. I
In,
got my ass.
were you
This is
were you being
ridiculous.
abused? Were you being
Now,
abused? Were you being abused?
being abused verbally and physically hit twice.
Verbal
I
abuse,
was. And once
verbal
it
abuse
doesn't
is
matter.
as bad. Baby, if you've been verbally abused, you let. Okay. Do I need to call? Well, that's what I get with Comcast. So, you gonna take your ass up and then get another baby. He gonna love me. Your delivery and tone is terrible. Tracy, are you talking to me? Tell you what, my delivery and my tone. Take Tracy off my goddamn page. And I knew good. Take her off the page. Block her. Block her now. Ain't no motherfucker gonna come on here and talk about my delivery. God damn it, see, that's what's wrong now. You ignorant motherfuckers. You think that you gotta be soft pedaling. Take her off. You gonna play that shit. How the fuck you gonna come on my page and tell me my delivery is bad? I told her what she needed to hear. And if you don't like it, say your funk ass off the goddamn page. It's just that simple. I'm not gonna soft pedal the truth. Did you block her?
I don't see her.
She on here.
I wasn't on the page though.
Here she is right here. Can you block her right here? Come here. Take her motherfucking ass off the page. My delivery is telling it like it is. Come right there, she is right there. Tracy Smith. Block Tracy's. Hit it again. Block Tracy Smith. Okay, and that's that on that. But you don't get pregnant twice. The first time may be a mistake, maybe an error. But that second time, it's not an error. It's not an error. Is this thing still on? I'll have to do that again. Dale got me using this morning technology.
Press 1. To send a voicemail, press 2.
You're on there, go ahead.
Yeah, I didn't hang up on you or anything because I didn't want to hear what you had to say. My phone had died.
Oh, baby,
But I see people commenting saying that somebody, failed me and stuff like that. And I'm taking your advice in, and I'm not hurt or anything by what you're saying because it's all true. Because some of it is true. But what's not true is that somebody failed me or nothing because I made this bad decision on my own.
Well, you made bad decisions. I mean, you made a choice.
I didn't make bad decisions, but I'm not gonna let another one tell me just because young people say young, dumb, whatever. But I've learned from those bad choices that I've made, and I moved on. I left him. I went to a domestic violence shelter. I got kicked out of my apartment behind all of that, and got it all right back. I got all back on my feet.
But here's what I'm saying to you, and I can barely hear you this time around. Here's
Now,
huh?
can you hear me clearly now?
The volume was better when you called me before. Here's what I'm saying to you, and here's why I say that you were stupid, baby. This man was verbally abusing you. That's abuse. You got a baby by him. You're young. So at 20 years old, you ain't got good damn sense no way. You ain't got good sense. I didn't have good sense when I was 20. Okay? You fell in love with a man you thought loved you. He was fucking you good. You thought you were grown. You had left school. And you thought you were grown. So here's this man. He enters into your life. And I bet he was a little bit possessive too, wasn't he?
Yes.
Huh? He was very possessive, wasn't
Yes.
he? Okay. So most time, possessive men are abusers, baby. He didn't want you going nowhere without him, did he?
Yep, it's a sign, but I'm talking about for the people that were commenting on, talk about somebody failed her, she found mental challenge, she don't take advice or something.
Well,
Y'all kids, my mother
you-
died.
Your mama did fail you because she should have beat your little ass.
She did.
Yo-
That's
yo-
what I'm saying. I think it was
How old were you when you dropped out of high school? I can't hear. How old were you when you dropped out of school? You were what?
17.
You were 17 years old. Were you still living at home? Were you still living at home with your parents when you dropped out of school?
No, I wasn't.
So
I ran away because I didn't want to listen to their rules.
you didn't want to listen to what?
Their rules.
Their rules about my boyfriend.
Then
And I couldn't see him.
so you left home. You left the security of your home to go be with a nothing ass nigga.
Yeah, I'm 17 years old.
At 17 years old, you ran away from home at 17 years old. How old was he?
He's a year younger than me, 23.
He was. So I mean, at that particular time, how when you ran away from home, how old was he?
16.
He was who?
16.
He was 15.
16 is a year younger than her.
Okay, so when you ran away from home, where the hell did you run to?
Family member's house. At the family member's house.
I don't know why. Maybe I didn't. Wait a minute. Baby, let me hang this phone. Let me dial you right back. Because I need to get this volume up. Because I want to talk with you, okay?
Okay.
I'm going to dial your number right back. Maybe I didn't do it right. Let me do it this way. When I answer the phone. Sound loud enough,
Hello.
Go ahead. For some reason, I don't know. I'm not able to hear you the way I heard you the very first time that you called.
Yes, he was 16 and I was 17.
And you left home
Yes.
because you didn't want to follow the rules.
Yes, my dad he wasn't having it, he just smacked me down, everything like, what's wrong with you? And I didn't want to listen. I thought I knew everything.
And you left home and went and lived with a family member.
Correct.
What relationship was the family member to you?
They were actually a godparent.
Okay.
They
And
had no damn sense anyways, because my mom and them fell out because they're like, why would you let, my daughter come stay?
right. That was
My mom was furious.
that was the next question. Why would they were adults?
Yes.
Why would they allow you at 17 years old to run away. What did they let the little boy come stay there too?
They sure did, and that's how I got pregnant. Sure did. Mom, dad were pissed.
Do this. Yeah. They were supposed to be. So when I call you stupid, I called you right, baby.
Yeah, as I'm looking back too, I've even said to myself, like, dang, why didn't I want to listen? Because, you know, the parents teaching you the right stuff to do, the right way to do, but it doesn't, even when you say, I had a two-parent household, like that. I had a two-parent household. Even when you have a two-parent household, you don't always listen.
Well, you're definitely right. You did not listen. So you got pregnant with your first child at what age?
17 years old.
So you got pregnant the first time. So that child is how old now? How old is your?
She's about to be 5.
She's about to be 5, and your second baby is how old?
She's on the way.
On the way.
She's pregnant.
Yeah, I told you I was pregnant.
Okay. Okay. So, how long has this man been out of your life?
Right now for about 6 months. The whole time I've been pregnant this time. Because we weren't together when I got pregnant this time.
Wait a minute. If y'all wasn't together, how you get pregnant?
That's what I'm saying. He was picking her up every day, and because we've been broken up since my daughter. That's what I'm trying to say. We've been broken up, but he was picking her up and everything, and you know what happened after that.
Flashbacks.
So how did you get pregnant, baby? If y'all weren't together?
How do you get pregnant?
So y'all wasn't together.
I have sex.
So you just let him fuck you
Yep.
for old time's sake?
Yeah. You can say that, I guess.
And you didn't use any protection, apparently.
Apparently.
Okay.
No.
And what happened when you told him you were pregnant?
Nothing. I mean, I guess trying to be supportive as much as you can, but I don't want to be back with him. He's been asking, like, I want my family back. I can do it, and I'm not having it. Because he's already showed me. When somebody shows you who they are, believe them. Believe them, and I'm not letting them back in.
Are you sure of that?
I'm positive. I have daughters. I got to, set a better example for them.
Well, baby, look, let me share something. You don't have to stay stupid. And you have to move on with your life with or without him as the father. You don't allow him back into your life as your man. And you can't be weak enough that when you see him, for old time's sake, you gotta fuck him. Because you'll end up with a whole lot of babies for old time's sake.
Right about that one.
Okay. But I wish you all the success. Are you working?
Yeah, I told you that I was working.
Yeah, where?
I called in about the.
Right. That's how the conversation started.
Yeah, and because he doesn't live here in the city anymore, so I don't have no one to
Do
watch
you?
my daughter. They closed the daycares.
Okay. So what's your plan?
Honestly, if they close on the daycare, I don't know. Don't have one for that. I'm in school right now and everything, and I don't know what to do.
Well, what about are there any agencies that, and you have no family? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, a lot of my family live out of town. The only family I have here is my brother and my mother. And my mother works day and night. My mother works day and night, and she helps me when she can.
Mhm.
But she can't be just watching her while I'm at work because we work kind of the same schedule.
So you realize you got to come up with a plan, right?
I realize that now. but I might have to just sit it on down until my baby gets here. But I don't know how I'm gonna have the means to do that. I have to depend on, my mom. And I don't want to do that. I haven't depended on her in a long time. That's what I'm gonna have to do, or go get some cash assistance.
Some what kind of assistance?
Some cash assistance.
What is that, baby?
It's like cash assistance is what they give you every month.
Welfare?
Yeah, that. I might have to go get me a welfare check if I can't find no one to keep my baby.
See, this is the reason, baby, you have to think before you fuck.
This exactly.
Okay?
Exactly. Yeah.
And especially when you know you ain't got no real man that's gonna be there for you.
Exactly.
And you cannot allow yourself now, because you're gonna find yourself in a position of needing some monies and things of that nature. You cannot get weak enough that you allow this man back into your life. Now you allow him as a father. He has every right to be a father. Okay?
Every right. Yeah.
He has a
and
he
I've been told other wives, people told me, don't, if he was abusive to you, he ain't no good to your kids. And I'm like, listen, if he wants to be there for his daughters, I can't stop that.
Well, and you shouldn't. If the man wants to provide for his children, then allow him to provide for his children. Because no matter what happened between you and him, he is still the children's father. You just cannot allow him personally into your personal space. Where are you living at now? You have your own place?
Yes, I have my own place.
Okay. So you're not in a shelter or anything of that
Not
nature?
anymore.
Okay.
Not anymore.
Okay.
And the shelter, they ain't help with nothing. They didn't help me get anything.
Right.
They gave me a deadline. They gave me a deadline and said you got to be out by this
Sure.
time. And got my apartment, saved up for me a car, and I was on the move.
Are you affiliated with any church organization there in Columbus?
Yes, my uncle's pastor, New Horizons Christian Fellowship, but I haven't been there in a while because of the shame, because of
Shame of what?
Because they were, when I got pregnant with my daughter, it was a lot of stuff going on. They're judging me, and I understand why, but that's not what I wanted from
No,
my church family.
you're never supposed to understand why. The church should be where you should be able to go no matter what. And I'm sure they judge you. You got pregnant and you didn't have a husband, right?
Exactly.
But he's your uncle, you said?
Yes.
And he's the pastor of the church?
His wife is my aunt, but out of respect, that's my uncle because they're married.
Okay. And he's the pastor of the church?
He's the pastor. It's a non-denominational fellowship, so yeah.
So
It's all family in there. Everybody's family. Everybody's my family in there. But we don't talk because of drama.
well,
So
if he's the pastor, do you think that you could have a conversation with him?
absolutely, I think I could talk to him and his wife and First Lady. I absolutely could get some guidance.
Yeah. Well, you need some help. You need some support. You need to have a conversation with some people that can help you.
Okay.
Okay. You got to have yourself a plan B, baby.
Okay.
Plan A ain't worked for you.
It haven't.
So you've got to get a plan B. You've got to feel good about you. Okay? You got to feel good about you. You ain't the first woman been stupid now.
Okay.
Okay? You ain't the first one, and you damn sure ain't gonna be the last one. But you must allow this experience to be an education for you.
Okay.
Okay? And let me hear from you.
Okay.
Let me hear from you. Let me know that you're doing good.
I will. I definitely will. I watch it. I watch the show every single night. So
Yeah. And
definitely
your
will.
life does not have to end because you done had a baby.
Okay. Or
But
two.
or two, well, or two. But you got to let the abuse in. You cannot allow anybody to sweet talk you, and he's going to try to sweet talk you into wanting to be with you and wanting to be with his daughters and let's be a family. But as you say, he's already shown you who he is, and
Exactly.
when he's shown you for who he is, then you know who he is. Okay,
Period.
but you definitely you definitely allow him, as long as he's not abusive to your children, you allow him to be there to take care of his children. If he does not want to support his children, the white folk in Columbus, at the juvenile court, they can make him do what he needs to do.
Yeah, and I've been trying to avoid that because I don't like that system. We had these kids together. We're gonna figure it out together. But if you refuse, I definitely will.
Yeah.
But
If y'all can't figure it out, then white folk will
it's been
work
a
it
little
out.
confusion because he's in another city, and I don't feel comfortable with my child going to another city. So it's been really difficult right now,
Sure.
for that. So I will figure it out.
Okay. What's your first name, Donna?
Nala, my name is May, but that's yeah.
Your first name who?
He can't ever pronounce it. Every time I call, he can't ever
Well,
say it.
give me another shot at it.
Lion King, the other
Nala.
Simba.
Nyla?
Nala.
Yeah,
Nala.
yeah.
Not a sense in your head. That's okay, but you all right with me, Nala.
Okay.
Look, baby, look. Feel good about you. Okay?
Okay.
Do not allow your present state to become your future state.
Okay.
Okay? Spell your first name for me.
Nalah.
Nallah. Nala.
Yes.
Okay. And all I do is write it. And you're in Columbus, Ohio.
Yes.
Okay. If I can do anything to be of an assistance to you or make a phone call for you, would you like for me to call your uncle?
Yeah. I don't have any. I know his name and stuff on Facebook. So
Yeah,
I know
but
his number.
here's what you do. Email me
Okay.
at cussingpastor@gmail.com.
Okay.
Email me his name, his church name, and his phone number. And if you email me tonight, I'll give him a call tomorrow.
Okay.
Okay?
I'll gather that information.
And put
Okay.
you, and I got you. Wait a minute. Let me write your little number down here right now. All right, Nala. I got you.
Okay. Okay.
You be sweet. You take care of
Thank you.
yourself. All right?
Thank you.
All right.
Bye.
All right. That's Nala. I got it right. Nala. Mm, yeah. So, you have to deal with these situations as they come. And sometimes you have to get the attention of individuals. You can't always sugarcoat the truth. Because see, apparently all her life she's heard the sweet message, the sugar-coated message. Okay? You can't do that. sometimes you gotta shake the ball up. When you get some medicine, all the medicine is in the bottle. But for it to work on you, they tell you shake it up before you take it. And sometimes you just gotta shake folk up. Okay? You got to shake it up. Tasha Hines, I didn't want you to put her name on my page. Okay? I don't want her to be bothered by everybody. So take that down. Okay? When I'm doing what I do, I don't need y'all to go ahead and put, that's the reason I didn't ask her whole name. Comment, Dale, don't block her, but delete this from Tasha McHands. I don't want y'all doing that. This statement here where she puts her whole name on here. Just delete the comment. Uh-oh, what did I do? I didn't delete her, did I? Huh?
I don't think so.
If I did, you put her back on. My fingers get heavy. I got big fingers. Praise the Lord for big fingers. Okay. But we got so many tragedies that go on in our society. Okay. So many tragedies. There's so many people. Let's say she's always on here. I didn't know.
Yeah, she's on a lot.
Okay. If I knock Tasha, I'll put her back on because my finger got heavy. We've got so many people that are going through so many things. And was I hard? Well, yeah. Because you're stupid. And sometimes you got to get folks to realize how stupid they was. Ooh, I ain't got no wall.
There's some water right there.
Oh, in my camera. You know what I'm saying. Yeah. You've got to shake the bottle up. Sometimes to get some joy out of somebody, you got to take them back down sorrow's road. You got to go back and look at your life. Okay. Hmm. It should be all right. She'll be all right. Cause see, a lot of you women on here right now, y'all are fucked up too. She ain't the only fuck up. You the fucked up. Y'all made some bad men choices. Some of y'all right now with a bad choice. Mm-hmm. Show him. A man that's abusing you. Some of you can't remember the last time the man you with told you he loves you. Memphis City Council members are potentially, let me see which one this is, exposed to the coronavirus. Hope it ain't my boy. They went to a conference. Anyway, Memphis City Council members were potentially exposed to the coronavirus, according to Councilman J.B. Smiley. Some members attended the National League of Cities conference last week in Washington, D.C. Okay. All right. Well, we know where Ed didn't go. Ed was at the funeral home, but so, all right. What time is it? I'm sad.
8:22.
I did my little counseling session. Okay. Yeah, we all make some fuck up choices. God knows I made some fuck up choices in some women. Yeah. You don't live this thing we call life without making some bad decisions. Bad decisions are a part of life. Okay? It's a part of life. Allowing your bad decisions to take over your life is bad. Talk about it Sunday. I don't have to wait till Sunday to talk about it. I can talk about it now. My show. All right, let's go to Chapel Hill.
Mike.
Go ahead, Mike.
Accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press
Oh.
2.
Go ahead, sir. Go ahead.
Oh, hey, Thaddeus, just enjoying the program, man. Just enjoying the program. You're helping people out tonight, and I think that's great. Did you ever help that lady with her teeth, man? The lady that called you a couple of weeks ago, just kind of want to lighten the situation, smooth up a little bit, bro. The lady that called, I think about 2 weeks ago, she said she needed some help with her teeth.
Nope. I'm not a dentist.
Okay, all right. Sir?
I'm not a dentist.
Oh, no. I was just trying to lighten the mood, man, because you two had a pretty good routine going on. But with this coronavirus situation that's going on, man, this $1,000, I just look at it kind of as if Trump is trying to buy this election. And people are looking at it as he's actually giving us something, but just like tax refunds, this is your money coming right back to you. You know, you pay taxes. And then the $1,000 that this man is giving back is given out. It's just your tax money coming right back to you.
But even with that being your tax dollar coming back to you, if you need $1,000, you don't give a damn where it's coming from. If you're laid off, right? If you're laid off your job, man, and your bills are still due, and $1,000 come, hell, you don't care who sent the $1,000. You take the $1,000, take care of your bills, and yes, I'm sure everything that happens out of Washington D.C. is political. Okay, it's political, and when you're running for office, you do whatever you have to do to win, and that's what he's doing. Okay. Thank you, man. This thing here ain't working.
He's
Somebody,
having power surges, just like I heard it when it popped out.
okay. Somebody said finally back to the original subject. Fake Quiche. This is my show. This is the Thaddeus Matthews show, and the subject happens to be whatever I choose it to be. And if someone calls in no matter what I'm talking about, and that person needs assistance, then all of a sudden, whatever else I was talking about don't mean shit to me. Okay? So, this is ministry. That's when they call me the cussing pastor. Okay? But if I'm talking about this coronavirus and here was an opportunity to help a young woman with her life, what's more important? Corona or helping us? Okay? That's the important thing to me. Okay? Because I can always come back to that particular subject. But that sister needed somebody to talk to. And that's the reason I took the time and did that. Okay? All right. We have to figure out what happened with this.
It was going, it's Wi-Fi too.
Okay.
So it's the surge back and forth, but she
Sure.
said she's gonna take care of it.
Please do. All right. I invite you to come on, be with me this Sunday morning. Okay? Sunday morning, 10 a.m. at 10:08. Miss Lucille, come on see me Sunday morning at 10 o'clock. Okay? Somebody said at least it's $1,000 President McKinley won on a bucket of chicken. I have to go back and check that out. Well, it had to get y'all some Popeyes. Oh, y'all be voting with me. All right. All right. Lines is still open. 901-231-9239. And Nala, if you send me your uncle's number, I will make a call to him on tomorrow. 901-231-9239 is the number. 901-231-9239. Okay. Let's go to San Antonio, Texas.
Irene. To accept, press.
Go ahead, Irene.
Good evening, Pastor.
Good evening.
Good evening, Miss Dale. No, I never, ever call. I just wanted to say thank you because you were so very compassionate towards that young lady. I think so many times we listen to your show and we get caught up in the entertainment portion and we think that everything is funny. And so when the comment comes across very insensitive, but I want to commend you and I thank you very much and that's why I continue to listen to you because you are one of the most honest and compassionate pastors that have walked the face of the earth this day. And I tell you this every time I speak to you or when I get the chance to speak to you, you are so needed. And so I just want to call tonight and just say hey and let you know.
Well, I appreciate you calling, and I appreciate you saying that. Okay.
Okay, and as far as that $100 for Trump, no, that's not enough. I've lost more than that in my 401k. That little bit amount of money is not going to make up for the difference that I've lost for this coronavirus mess.
All right. Thank you so much, Jerry.
All right, take care.
All
Bye-bye.
right. Did she say she could have this fixed for me by tomorrow?
She's working on it now.
Okay. They gonna give me some more what? Some it ain't megahertz or megabytes. What is it? But it's gonna take till I want the maximum on the internet that I can get, especially if I'm about to start this TV thing. I'm gonna need it, child.
Thomas Bradley.
Thomas Bradley, go ahead, sir. Mr. Bradley,
Yes, sir.
go ahead, sir.
Thaddeus.
Yes.
Okay, I can't understand that why they don't take the virus seriously.
Why is it what?
Why don't take it seriously? Because it's really mild about it. Because they just schools down here in North Carolina, and now they're talking about the restaurants being shut down, the stuff like that there. You don't even do carry out.
So, I mean, what's your question, sir?
Why isn't people taking it seriously?
Why she?
Because it's something to do with, I don't know, white man or black man, whatever, because more majority of the whites have it than blacks. But I don't understand why they not taking it seriously.
Are they not taking
Be
it
out
seriously?
in the public, in the open. Everybody's a suspect.
So, are you hiding in the house?
Say it again.
Are you gonna stay in your house until it's all over with?
Yeah, Mom, I'm still calling things because I'm not going on in big public. So soon gonna make it there.
You ain't. Ooh, you can't talk. You ain't going out in public.
No,
So you gonna stay in the house till it's all over with?
pretty much.
Okay. You ain't got no job.
No, sir.
How old are you?
53?
You retired?
Yes, sir.
So you gonna just stay at the house?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. Well, that's you, brother. I'm not gonna just stay now.
What? You don't take a lightly, do you? I'm just asking you a question on that deal.
I'm not going to. I don't take anything lightly, including life. But I am not going to panic. I am not just going to lock myself up in my house. I go stir crazy.
Okay.
I trust in God.
Yeah.
You know God,
Yeah.
huh?
Yes, sir. You know, my church on God too, but I said that God gave us common sense. We're not gonna run to a burning business.
Well, you said wait a minute. You said God gave. How you know God gave you common sense?
Because I'm using them. I'm exercising it.
The word common sense is nowhere in Scripture. That ain't Scripture.
It might not be in the scripture, but we got to bring the things. We know what's right and what's wrong.
So how can you determine for anybody other than yourself what's right or wrong?
Exercising what I do know, scripture-wise.
What do you know? Give me your scripture there.
No weapon formed against us shall prosper, which that's true.
Well, wait a minute. Then, wait a minute, brother. Wait a minute, then, bro. Wait a minute. Damn. Wait a minute. You use a scripture that totally kill what you just said. You said to me, you give me the script. You said to me that you got common sense and you ain't going outside. Then you come back and quote the scripture: "No weapon that is formed against me shall prosper." That's an oxymoron, sir. Moron.
No, what I mean by that, sir, what I mean by that, and all things what I mean by that is we have to judge to have common sense when you're not going to put yourself out there.
He never told you to have common sense. He told you to trust him.
Yeah, exactly. He said trust him. You're right.
Yeah. He never said. He never told you have common sense.
You're right. Right. You're right. You said trust him.
Well, sir, if you want to stay in your house, stay in your house, man. But I'm gonna be out here doing what I do, cause I trust in God.
Let me think.
And I'm not gonna panic. Because I just believe the God I serve is bigger than the coronavirus. Am I going to be careful? Am I going to be cautious? Of course. I wash my hands and my ass. So I'm used to washing my hands. I don't shake everybody's hands, no way, because I don't know where your hands been. But man, I'm not going to stop living because man says that there is a virus somewhere. This ain't the first virus we had.
This is worse.
Worse than what?
It's worse.
It's worse than what, sir? What is it worse than? It's worse than what? What did he say?
I can't understand.
Huh? See, the God I serve has not given me, brother, the spirit of fear.
This money comes about giving everybody. People that need on Social Security, I'm going to talk about for a while.
Do what now?
The money comes trying to give away to workers, wherever. I'm going to qualify for it because I'm on Social Security.
Yeah, your ass ain't gonna get nothing. You gonna be in the house anyway. Shit. Your ass gonna be in the house. We ain't giving your ass no check.
Okay. I didn't think it was.
Yeah, just stay your ass in the house. Us that's out here, we gonna take Trump's money and spend it. Your ass gonna be in the house. So stay your ass in the house and you ain't gotta get shit. Don't worry about it. When the mailman come knock on your little apartment, say, look, I don't want none of that. I'm in the house. I ain't gonna get me no coronas. I'm gonna stay right here in the house. Okay? All right, man. You too, brother. Yeah, just stay on in the house. Ooh. Ooh. Okay. Yeah, stay in the house. But I'm gonna be out here Sunday morning. If y'all pastors scared to have church, come on over here. We're gonna preach and pray on Sunday. On this Sunday morning, it's gonna be like a big prayer meeting before I preach. We're gonna pray for this nation. We're gonna pray that God puts his hands back on this nation and heals the land. Yeah. See, God has turned his back on this nation because y'all said in God we trust. Y'all got it on y'all money. But y'all don't trust God.
Selena, to accept, press 1. To send a voicemail, press
What's your name, baby?
Hi, Thaddeus. My name is Selena. I'm calling from California. How you doing this evening?
I'm doing fine, Selena.
Yeah, my name is Selena. Let me turn my phone down because
Yeah.
I'm watching you on my phone.
Yeah.
First, I just want to say it's a pleasure to finally be able to speak with you. I'm definitely a great big fan of yours, and I can appreciate your honesty and your transparency. I was calling in tonight because I have a question. I noticed that you do give a lot of awesome advice to women, and I just was curious to know what advice do you have for both men and women who may desire to be married one day?
Don't do it.
Okay. Mine would probably be don't get married, but you trying to get married, baby?
Yeah, but this is the thing. I was married before. I am divorced,
Mhm.
and my ex-husband blessed me with the most beautiful gift, which is my son. Because doctors told me when I was younger that I couldn't have any children, so my son is actually my miracle baby. So I did walk away from the marriage with something great. I've been divorced now for about 2 years. I dated like my ex-husband because I just been focusing on, rebuilding, starting all over, being a full-time mom to my son. But now I feel like I'm in a great place emotionally where I am, ready to, mingle and meet, but I'm very cautious and I'm very careful because there's a lot of crazy people out here, and my son is 2 years old, but I still have the desire for companionship, and I just want to make sure I honor God in that area. You know what I mean? So, you being the pastor, I want to know what wisdom.
Have you met the man yet, baby?
Well, I'm not seeing anybody yet.
Well, first of all, let me give you the first piece of advice. To get married, you need to find yourself a man.
Right.
Okay, that's gonna be number one. Okay? And I know that someone said that he who findeth a wife findeth a good thing. Yeah, but see, sometimes you gotta be where you can be found, baby. Okay? Yeah.
I do agree with you. See, here's another issue I'm having though, and I'm gonna let you go. I know you're called the time. There was a gentleman that I was seeing for about almost 2 weeks, but I guess I
Two what, baby? Wait.
I'm sorry, 2 months.
2 months, okay.
2 months.
2 months.
Yeah, 2 months. But I guess I wasn't moving fast enough for him, if you know what I mean. So he thought that just because he was whining and dining me, we spent a lot of time together, that eventually I was going to be physically intimate with him. I'm sure eventually would have gone there with time, but I wasn't ready yet for that. And I told him that. He got tired of waiting, so he kind of just went on about his business. I respected that. But I'm noticing that a lot of men that do try to approach me, they want that right away. If they don't expect it, not that they expect it the first date, but if they don't get there within a certain time frame, they just want to walk away. And it's really sad because you do have a lot of women out here that still have substance, that still want to hold themselves, that still do want to wait until they are ready. And unfortunately, a lot of the women out here that are really loose and just getting it up on the first date, they're making it hard for good, decent women like me. So that's another issue.
All right, now let me ask you this. How old are you?
I'm 37.
Okay. How old is the man that you were seeing?
He was quite older. He was 60. I do
No, wait a minute now. All right, now let me deal with something now, okay? You called me, right?
Yes.
He's 60 years old. Okay? You 37. Y'all in two different time zones, baby.
Yes.
Okay? He's 60 years old. His clock is gonna be a little bit different than yours. You trying to wait. At 60, hell, he kind of figuring he ain't got much time to be waiting.
I totally agree with you, and I understand that, but let him tell it, what came out of his mouth. He was celibate for a year and a half, going to church, praying to God for a godly woman. He believed he found her, and after 2.5 months, when he saw that I wasn't great, he was like, okay, well, I'm not going to bother this no more. So he's the one that presented himself to me like, oh, yeah, I'm living this pure life. I do want to get remarried. I'm not trying to have sex too soon, blah, blah, blah.
Ma'am.
So in all actuality,
So what you say your name was? Selena?
yes.
Selena, that was bullshit.
Yes.
Okay.
No.
No.
I didn't give up nothing.
All right, now let me help you, baby. Let me help you. I've been a man damn near 63 years of my life, okay? And we as men, we will say whatever we think a woman needs to say to get the pussy. Okay? Anything. We gonna say. So he presents himself, he done prayed for you. He believed, because he told you God sent you to him too, didn't he?
Yes.
Huh?
Yes, he did.
Yeah, I know, baby. I wrote the book. And he been looking for you all his life. Right? And here you come into his life and you everything that he wants. Yeah, he got, his voice even got soft. He looked you in your eyes and told you, in fact, before the 2 months was over, he had already told you he loved you, didn't he?
Introduced me to his kids.
And right, because see, here's what you did. Well, I need to write me a book like Steve Harvey did. You told him everything he needed to know. when you met him.
Okay.
You told him everything you went through, didn't
No,
you?
I
You,
didn't.
you didn't tell him nothing?
Nothing about what I went through in the past, no, other than I was divorced, that's it.
You didn't tell him that, you didn't never tell him that you, what, anything that went on with you and your husband?
Not right away, no, not until like about a month and a half.
Okay, but so a month and a half. He didn't ask you for the pussy till after you told him though, right?
He was gonna come right out and ask it. He was trying to be sneaky, trying to get me to come over late evenings and stuff like that. But no, he didn't come right out. He never was direct with me on it, even though I felt his vibe and I knew that's what he wanted. But he never was direct with it.
Okay. Now you 37, he's 60 years old. Y'all 2 months in. How come you didn't give it to him?
Honestly,
Mhm.
I didn't give it to him because it was my first time actually in a real official courtship, dating a man where it was just sexually pure, and I really, really wanted.
It was sexually what? It was sexually what?
It was pure. It was pure, meaning that we weren't physical or anything. It had been a long, long time since I've been in a relationship with a man at the beginning where everything was just pure. And this was the first man I dated since my ex-husband 2 years ago. So I really want to take my time.
You want,
I don't know. I might be a little bit too old-fashioned, and that could be the reason why.
no, baby, that's your pussy. You got the right to hold on to your pussy as long as you want to. Okay? But he got the right to ask for the pussy.
Yeah.
Okay?
I'm not saying he didn't have a right to. I'm not saying he have a right to. Well, I guess what I'm saying is that, I mean, I have mutual, I have associates who kind of go through the same thing where if they don't want it, they don't put out right when it's expected by the man, they end up, being by themselves. And it's like, wow, okay, are there any men that's still willing to wait until the woman is ready?
So,
When she's ready, good and comfortable.
okay, but wait a minute. He was ready.
Yeah, but I wasn't.
Okay, so, right, and you got a right to hold on to your pussy for as long as you want to. Has the man walked out of your life?
Yeah, well, yeah. Last I heard from him, he wanted to take me out to dinner for my birthday. I said sure. He said he was gonna call me to confirm the reservations. I haven't heard nothing back from him. That was like 2 weeks ago. I haven't called him either because I kind of felt that he already made his decision with me.
Okay, he has.
Confirm.
Okay,
Yeah, and I left it alone.
you're right.
Yeah.
You left it alone. Did you tell him you was looking for a husband?
No, I didn't tell him I was looking for him.
Okay. So the man made a decision because you didn't give it up to move on. Then what you have to understand is that wasn't the man that fits what you want. You have a right for what you want in your life. But if you want to give it up, you have the right to do that too.
Yes.
Okay? If you feeling him and the vibe is right, and you grown and he grown, and you felt it, there is no time limit on the intimacy.
That's true.
It's
That's true.
whenever
And I
you feel.
believe eventually I would have gotten to that point. Eventually I would have with time. Probably within another couple of months in. But it's just, I don't know, because with my ex-husband, we weren't intimate right away either. It kind of took time. I'm a late bloomer, Pastor Thaddeus. I didn't lose my virginity until I was 21, and even then, I can count on one hand how many relationships I've had because I've been, I'm just one of them. I have no problem being content with being celibate. That's never an issue with me. But I'm just to the point now where I am ready for companionship. I have no problem with companionship.
So, all right.
Even though I do have a.
So you ready to give up this? What's that word? Celibacy?
But why did there have to be give it up in order to have companionship right away though?
Because that's the nature of a man.
Okay, I'm not saying that he shouldn't desire that. I'm not saying that, nor am I saying that I'm gonna wait till I'm married. I'm not saying that either. But I'm just saying, like, right away, like within the first 30 days, if a woman is not
First 30 days.
comfortable with going to that level, why does it? Yeah. Yeah,
Okay.
why does it have to seem like, okay, a man has spent, a whole 30 days, I've been dating this woman, been going out on dates, and spend a lot of time, okay, she ought to be cracking any time now. That was pretty much the type of pressure he was putting on me indirectly, though.
That's the that's the nature of the beast, baby. No man wants to wait no 3 months.
I understand that.
Okay. Now, if he cares for you, you know, he may walk slow, but damn, 3 months? And you're really into me. Now, let me ask you this. When y'all went out, did you expect for him to spend money on the date?
I always carried my own money. Even when I offered to pay half, he wouldn't let me. And I only did that to let him know that I was capable of holding my own, so that he wouldn't think that I was trying to use him.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And he did appreciate that.
He appreciated that?
He appreciated it. It was one time I treated him, as a matter of fact, I treated him to lunch one day. He came to the gym with me, and afterwards we went out to lunch, and I told him, I said, no, I said, you let me have it this time. I got you. He's
So-
like, are you sure? I said, yeah, I got you. Don't worry about it.
So, was you gonna wait 4, 5 months before you gave him some?
I can't say. I don't know, because like you just said, you can't put a time limit on intimacy. I might have been ready the following week or the following month. I don't know. But at that moment, at that particular time, the last time we actually went out on a date, that particular moment, I was not ready.
So, all right, how did he ask for it that night?
Well, I had just got off from work, and he called and he asked me if I could stop by and come see him. And it was already past 8 o'clock at night. Usually, I don't never go to his house late at night unless we're actually going out on a date, which means I'll go park my car at his house, and then we will ride in his truck to go out on a date. But he wasn't talking about us going out anywhere. So I told him, I said, well, you know, I really don't feel comfortable coming over there to your house late at night, because the more time we were spending around each other, the more physically attracted I was getting to him. And I said, well, you know what? Honestly, I don't really want to put myself in temptation just yet. So that's why I said, well, it's a little late, babe. How about we just, we go out the next day, early in the afternoon? He's like, okay, that's fine. He got a little bit of an attitude. Then he got another attitude when he tried to tell me about an apartment for rent in his building, because he's a manager of a lot of complexes. He knows I'm looking for a place to stay, but I told him, for obvious reasons, I don't want it to be a conflict of interest. I really don't want to do business with someone that I have been romantic or is romantically involved with. He was trying to get me to come and apply for an apartment within his building. I said, baby, that's too close for comfort. No, I don't want to do that. The moment you and I have a falling out, me and my son's roof could be at jeopardy. I don't know how you will be the moment you got mad at me. I'm not trying to find out the hard way. He got a little upset with that too. It seems like he was trying to put me in situations where I would have to depend on him for certain things, and he didn't like it when I didn't budge. But he started to just really push the envelope with me trying to come by at night, and I'm like, okay, well, we used to go for walks in the park, we used to go to comedy shows, we used to go to the beach. I mean, we don't have to always be cooped up in your house like that. And usually when I would go over his house for dinner or watch a Netflix movie, his 17-year-old daughter will be there. But it'll be after his daughter done went to her friend's house. He's trying to get me over there late at night. It's not that I didn't feel comfortable around him, it's just that I knew that he was ready for intimacy, and I did not want to go there just yet. It's not that I wasn't attracted to him, because I was, but my mindset has been completely different now that I'm a mother, now that I'm older. When I was in my 20s, yeah, I probably would have given it up by now, but the fact that, especially if this is the first man that I've dated since my ex-husband 2 years ago, I really wanted to take my time. And when you actually lay down with someone, you are establishing a soul tie with that individual. I'm not saying it has to be marriage, but before I lay down, I want to at least have a concept that it could be long term before I just jump and just go there. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, but honestly, I have to say this. I'm not mad at the brother for, how he went about doing everything. I was a little hurt, but the last conversation I had with him, it was a very profound conversation. So he started to throw hints about how an ex-girlfriend had called him and was saying that she was single. That's what let me know that he was looking for a way out, but he wasn't man enough to tell me he wanted a way out.
No, that doesn't necessarily mean that. That doesn't necessarily mean that. It could have meant that he's trying to make you jealous, to let you feel as though some other woman wants him, and to say, look, baby, he putting it in your mind that if you want, somebody else will.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly. And yeah, you're absolutely right, Pastor. And that's exactly what I got from it. And in return, I told him, I let him know that I do value our relationship, that I do desire him. However, if he feels that I'm not moving fast enough to accommodate him, I totally understand if he might want to go back to an ex that already has a history
Baby,
of scratching that
four,
itch.
4, 5 months,
I'm not going to
baby,
let no man.
Selena, 4, 5 months is a long time now. Hell, you know,
I'm not necessarily saying that was set in stone for a farmer. Like I said, if we hadn't stopped talking a couple of weeks ago, we probably already would by now would have been 3.5 months now. But at that time, it was only 2.5 months. I was not ready yet. That's the thing. I wasn't ready yet. That's what it boils down to. Now, honestly, with my ex-husband, we dated for about almost 4 months before we were intimate, before we got married. 4 months. So going into like a month and a half, almost 2 months, that's still kind of fresh. And on top of it, he was always saying, well, I understand you don't want to rush, you do have your son. And now there's another thing too, he kept trying to push the envelope of wanting to meet my son. And I told him, I said, you have to pass the probation period with me before I bring you around my little one.
I agree with you. I agree with you totally on that.
Yeah.
All right,
Yeah.
but
You never met my son.
but you can't keep on holding on to it, girl. You're going to have to give it up at some point. So now you got to start. Now you got to start all over again. You got to start all over again. Meet another guy. Then you got to go another 3 months. Look, do you ever get horny?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I'm not dead.
So when you get horny, what you do?
I relieve myself.
So you play with it.
But that's nothing compared to the actual
Right.
real man.
Right.
I understand that. And I'm not saying that I did not desire him because I showed up did. It's okay. Better example. You got this delicious cake that's in the oven baking. You stick that little toothpick in there, it smells so good. But when you take the toothpick out and you see it still a little batter on there, you want to let it bake a little longer. That's how I felt with my courtship with this gentleman. It could have probably, like I said, probably a couple more weeks, I probably would have been ready. Couple more weeks. Because there were still things that I was learning about him, and there were still things that he was learning about me. Now, what you said at the beginning of the conversation made absolute total sense. His age, the way he's thinking, I'm 60, I know what I want, I don't have time to be waiting, we're on two different speeds. So something probably clicked in his mind after he made that last date with me and then broke it. You know, I'm not gonna bother trying to invest in this young lady anymore. She's not giving up what I want when I want. I'm not gonna bother. I'm gonna just go ahead and go on over here. And I'm not mad at him for that. I'm not mad at him for that at all. It's just that for me, it's been a very challenging. I'm in a very challenging situation because yes, I do desire companionship, but I don't desire to give it up just right away like that. And when I say right away, I mean like within the first couple of weeks of dating somebody.
You ain't got one life to live. But look, I understand. When was the last time you was intimate with a man?
My son's father, which is my ex-husband, 2 years ago.
2 years.
2 years ago. I've had many options since then, but I was still legally married. Even though me and my ex-husband were completely separated, he resided in a different state. Like I said, I'm very old-fashioned, and I think that's kind of my downfall. Even though my ex-husband had already moved on with quite a few different women, I still felt like, okay, I'm not going to be free until God officially freed me on paper. So my divorce was final 2.5 months ago, and now I feel like I'm good to go ahead and, date again. And 2 weeks after my divorce was final, I meet this gentleman. He's really nice. He had me laughing. On our first conversation, we talked for 3 hours. We talked about the Lord. We talked about what's happening here in California, and he asked me out to dinner, and
Call it, look, baby, because I got to go. Look, call it, man. You still want him, don't you?
You tell me call him, but he's still me up though.
Call him.
Yeah. Why should I call him if he's still me up after?
Because you want it, baby. You want that man. Yes, you do.
Yes, I do, but at the same time, his actions show me that he don't really want me like that. For
No,
him to make a
no,
stick with me, then break
baby, he's 60 years old. His mindset is totally different than yours at 37 years old. Okay? Call the man. The man might have felt that the reason that you didn't want him sexually was because of his age. And he might have
he knew
thought,
that wasn't it though.
but he, you wasn't giving him none.
That don't mean.
Okay.
He knew that me not giving it up had nothing to do with
Did y'all ever fondle? Did you ever touch it?
Yeah, we did. We did. We had no self-control to stop and yeah.
Y'all had self-control and stopped.
Yeah.
So you play with the man's thing and won't give it none.
No, I didn't touch his penis. I didn't touch it. So you say fondle, like, okay, you mean like body part. No.
You ain't never touch it?
I felt that we were cuddling up on the couch watching TV, and I felt you got excited. I felt it poking me in my back. I felt it like that. You mean like physically? No. Because I knew that was starting something that was probably in the room later.
It was already poking you in the back. Damn.
Oh, Jesus.
You knew that man is poking you in the back, is knocking at the door.
Yeah.
And here you with your little mean self, you wouldn't even open up the door.
No, I didn't want to right then and there because it was just like 3 weeks into us dating. I didn't want to go there just yet.
But you
That time that it was,
but you laying there cuddling.
yeah, I'm cuddling, yeah, we're watching movies on Netflix. We had dinner in the movie. Yeah.
Laying in the bed on the couch.
We were on the couch in the living room.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, on the couch in the living room. And see, also, this man, the reason why I didn't have to really preach no sermon about how, I'm trying to wait till I'm married, he was the one that was saying all that. He was the one that said that, no good came to him, all the fornicating he did after his ex-wife.
Baby, it's a line, baby. It's a line. It's bullshit. He didn't mean none of that. He wanted to.
And that's why I don't need to call him.
Yes, you do. Cause you won. He still likes you. He got everything you said that you want in a man. Okay. Just look, here's what you do. Call him and tell him, look, Henry, I was just thinking about you. You crossed my mind, and I just want to call and see how you're doing and if you're okay. Then just be quiet. Because if he still desires you, he still wants you, he will fill in the blanks.
Gotcha.
Okay? And you call me back and let me know how it went.
I sure will. Now, do I have to wait for you to be live again talking about you?
Yeah, hell, I don't want to be hearing about your love life on my free time.
All right.
I'm almost 63, so hell, I know how the man thinking.
Right.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Thank you, Daddy. Yes, I appreciate it.
All right, take care of things in California here.
Thank you. You too.
All right, baby.
Bye-bye.
Ooh, that was a 30-minute conversation. Okay. All right. Look, y'all, thank you. Look, I am getting ready. I'm not in the studio. I don't know whether I'll be in the studio tomorrow night. I don't like this. I don't like the taping of my shows. But I am getting ready to create I've already talked to my engineer who handles my radio thing. Getting ready to create a online 24-hour a day uh, television station where I will be live and probably some of my old tapes. And if somebody else got some money, we'll put them on. You'll be able to link it from any social media platform that I have. There will also be a website as well. It will be a full production, green screen, everything. It's just time for me to do some things differently. I'm tired. This was a pretty good show on tonight. We started off with one thing and we ended up on something else. And I've been in this game long enough that when the conversation shifts and it's interesting, you stay where the interest happens to be. Look, y'all have a great night. I'm gonna go and give me a little something to eat, and we'll do this again tomorrow evening. Hope that you enjoyed it. This is where I want you to come. Come not to the TV, because what you see on TV, hell, I done did it, and y'all done already heard it when I was taping it. Come right here and enjoy the Thaddeus Matthews Show. Top of the evening to y'all.